work. Disgusting, nasty work. Nasty. Come on, son. And at the number one spot. Give me a break. Nasty work. Nasty. Come on, son. What is good, everybody? We are back. Episode 2. We are back in the building, man. Feeling good, feeling great. If you can recall, on episode 1, we were recording during the election, and we're not going to get into it too tough. I made it clear who I voted for, and I'm not ashamed of it, but let's just say the opposition did not prevail. But we ain't going to get into politics too much. It's been talked about enough on social media. It's talked about everywhere. I'm not going that route. Let's get into the episode. And you know what I'm saying? I'm liking this vibe of just bringing y'all good music, nostalgic shit that you probably have bumped in your teens. Or if you younger, you probably don't even know some of these songs. But me, I'm a classic dude. I like to keep it classic. And let's get it, man. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. And it's one of my songs where I'm in the gym and I want to really max out. You know what I'm saying? If I'm hitting that 225 and I want to go up to 275 and then hit that 315, this is one of the songs that really will push me over the edge. So, you know what I'm saying? Let my man Styles P talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the greatest rap songs of all time. If you don't know it, and if you do know it, sing along. Let's go.
Here's why they call me the ghost. I'm half live, half dead, and when it's deep, I bring all of the toast. And I got more guns than most of New York. And I ain't got to say shit, cause the toasters are talk. Holiday styles, ignorant nigga. Trade pound for a pound, still tearing off your ligament, nigga. I'm the hardest rapper out, bitches digging a nigga. And like anybody who be could swim in the river. When I walk through the door, all the children are shiver. It's like he's so gangster, y'all so pussy. I murder y'all faggots so y'all don't push me. All I know is going through hell, blowing the shell. I got down so hard I thought no one would tell, but I was damn wrong. I hold it down like my man's gone. I shoot anything I get my fucking hands on, to leave that coward niggas bloody like a tampon.
Yeah. I don't want to cut the Nori verse off, but we already be getting, I guess I get in trouble for this, but I don't care. We trying to have a good time, man. Come on, let's get a little bit of Nori going.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of rappers talking about all this cheddar. And when you see them in the streets, got a bullshit cheddar. I'm like, dog, stop fronting. You shouldn't be bragging. Why the fuck you got rims if you push a Volkswagen? I spit vicious, let my bank account switch digits. And if money was height, you'll be midgets. I spit hard, saving, send a nigga affidavit. And next to God, I'm most niggas' mom favorite. That's all gangster, but you know it's the mob. And I can bring you to the hood and get both of you robbed. You see, I live in the streets, I sleep in the streets, fuck it. I probably got more guns than police. Niggas say I'm too hard, them niggas too soft, straight pussy. I heard they suck dick up north, and it ain't so foul, so hold your breath. And you probably still real, just a gangster left.
Yeah. Oh, that felt good. You know what? When I used to do All Jokes Aside solo, I used to hit y'all with two classic tracks. I'm not going to get into that next week, but y'all tell me in the comment section if y'all want me to play 2 bangers, because I'll give y'all 2. And I think this eventually is going to transition into me actually playing music from new artists. I think that's a more lucrative thing to do, because I can't monetize by playing artists. I know some of these artists personally, but even still, they got record labels and things under them. I'm having a good time with this right now. I'm having fun and experiment and seeing what I could do with this show. But I think eventually, this is a good opportunity as the show grows and the viewership grows for me to be able to help a lot of new artists get their feet off the ground and their projects off the ground. So y'all let me know if y'all want to, hear some new stuff. So what I'll have artists do is submit their music to me or to my management team every week, and then I'll pick a song to play on the show, and you guys can rate it in real time. I think that'll be good. That's doing some good for the culture and really helping a lot of dudes who rapping, you know, get on, because I do like lyricism. I like good beats. You know, I'm a little older, so I like to hear some good shit. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Nasty Work Show with Will Milz. And of course, I'm your host, Will Milz, aka King Dirtbag, aka Young. Let's keep the all jokes aside, AKAs over there. Remember, you guys, I do have All Jokes Aside, which is the flagship show of the All Jokes Aside TV and Media Studio. That's 6 years running. We are currently up to episode 227. So make sure you check that out, y'all. So you're viewing this on the All Jokes Aside TV and Media Network. Make sure you go check out those past episodes of the All Jokes Aside podcast. The show is fire. You know, shout out to my co-host, Kevin Dean. And shout out to Ray. All right, but let's get into this, man. We got so much on the docket. There's some funny things I do want to discuss, and it is related to politics. And I know I said it's not the politics. It's the you know what? Fuck that. If you guys want to see my political conversations, go to All Jokes Aside. We ain't doing that over here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to keep it quirky. We're going to keep it fun. And we're going to keep it interesting. I noticed something about social media and how it works. You know, there are so many beautiful women online. So many. And so many are very comfortable with showing their bodies. Right? And I noticed something. If a woman is looking into the camera and she's comfortable showing her ass and her assets, there is like an 85 to 90% chance that she has an OnlyFans. And I'm never wrong. And they be bad. They be bad. They be tens. Well, at least that's another thing. I've never seen a chick look the same in person. It's very rare. I know a lot of these chicks that be online in real life, and they never look the same in person. Never. Like, a lot of people think I'm a fat dude. And when they see me, they see I'm tall and I'm muscular. They be like, yo, I thought you was fat. From people who see me on Instagram. I think it's my cheeks. I don't know what it is. But clearly, you know, you can see the boy is in shape. You know what I mean? But for some reason, everybody thinks I'm fat. These chicks don't look the same. You know what I mean? I say all that to say this. Who remembers when hoes were ugly? You know what I mean? Like, all hoes were ugly. Like, even strippers were not good looking. Porn stars weren't even that attractive. Like, you really had to put in work to get a physically attractive woman. You know what I mean? I'm talking about face cards, bodies, everything. If a shorty was bad back in the days, you had to put in work to get her. Now with the internet, you be hard pressed to find an ugly hoe. Hoes are very good looking nowadays. And that shit is sad. You can't trust nothing walking around here, man. My heart got broke earlier today. I was looking at this one chick. And yeah, I don't know, you know, for you OnlyFans chicks, I'm pretty sure y'all know this if you're well-versed. Your OnlyFans, you know, I guess, you know, there's some thirsty dudes out there paying for subscriptions and then, you know, paying a little extra so he's really attracted to this chick, so he's getting the tips. He's paying tips and paying for private videos and messages. I wonder if you OnlyFans girls know your OnlyFans is free. So, yeah, I'm going to blow the spot up. And probably a lot of dudes don't know this. All you got to do, if you see a chick you like on OnlyFans, just copy and paste her from her OnlyFans, put it into Google, and then put OnlyFans. And hit search, and then go to images and go to videos. And it's, if she's lit, just check, I'm telling you, it comes up. And if she's really lit, you could go find all her shit on Reddit. All of it. Videos, And it's heartbreaking to me sometimes. I be like, damn, man, shorty look like she really would make a good girlfriend for somebody. Like, she look like the wifey type. And these chicks be on there going crazy with it. And I'm like, damn, man, you can't trust nothing nowadays, fellas. It's bad for us. And they always say we wildin'. No, y'all wildin'. Y'all made us lose hope and humanity. Thank God my daughters didn't. I have 4. 25, 23, 21, and 8. 25-year-old married with children. 23 got her boyfriend. She going to college, got her own business. Her and her boyfriend live together. They're in a great relationship. And my 21-year-old still under my wing. She still live with me. She can't leave yet. But she got a great boyfriend too, and he's a good guy. He's a very respectful young man. His mother and father still together. He was brought up in a great house. So and my 8-year-old, I ain't worried about none of that. Like, too young to call it. But it just shows, man, daddy being present, man. Like, your fathers, don't leave. I'm telling you, don't leave. Shit gonna go bad, bro. It be like mad obvious when a chick father's not there. You know when I know a shorty ain't got a father, and I be telling a lot of girls, like, y'all be having daddy issues. And they be thinking they think like daddy issues mean like they got a direct problem with their father. No, you have a problem with how you communicate with men. You know what I mean? Like, you ever try to like let me tell y'all something, ladies, for the ladies who do watch. A man does not want to be with a woman who he can't correct, right? So y'all take correction as an insult or belittling or as some kind of like controlling abuse. Like, nah, that's what we're supposed to do. And I don't mean correcting as when you're doing something wrong. It's like, yo, it's a certain way like a man wants to be talked to and needs to be talked to because. And the first thing y'all say when I say shit like that, it works both ways. Just sit here and listen to what I'm saying. Don't put in the comments it works both ways. I don't want to hear that shit. We got enough simps out here always putting on their fucking capes for women, right? Kevin Samuels died, respectfully, and he was putting it on for us. He was, if a man is telling you something, in most cases, it's going to be solution-based. Men are very solution-based. Like, if we're talking, I mean, if you're not a bitch-ass nigga, you know what I mean, respectfully. I'm not saying all men are like this. I mean men who conduct themselves as men. We're not talking for the intensive purposes of revisiting this. You know what I mean? Like me, if I'm talking to my girls, like, this needs to end with a resolution or a compromise of some sort. I'm not saying this so we can keep revisiting. So when I'm telling you something about yourself, I don't need you to reciprocate it by telling me something I did or telling me your fucking feelings, because this needs to end in a resolution. Because I tell people all the time, men and women alike, your feelings don't fucking matter. We can talk about your feelings later, but it has nothing to do with the problem. People always want to talk about the way they feel about it. Who gives a fuck about how you feel? The way you feel doesn't fix anything. You know what I mean? But ladies, if you can, sometimes be a little more receptive to what he's saying and stop listening to respond as opposed to listening listen to understand. Don't listen to respond. Like, a lot of you just want to say something. You just want to clap back. It's like, yo, nigga saying something that's valuable. Like, if you really listen to it, what he's saying is gonna help the situation. You know what I mean? That's a problem I have with one of my daughters. She used to think everything I'm telling her is an attack. It's like, yo, you think I'm really gonna tell you something that's gonna be detrimental to your future? Just because you don't like what I'm saying doesn't mean it should be taken as offense. You may not like it, but if you reflect, the shit made wild sense and it's going to help you. Respectfully. The fuck was that? You know what I mean? I'm in the studio by myself. This should be getting spooky up in here. I ain't like that noise, but let's keep going. But anyway, let's move along. I want y'all to hear this dickhead. And a lot of people view this as a flex. I saw the comment sections on social media, and it was nasty. This dude, where's this shit at? Hold on. Let me go to this shit real quick. This dude went on, God damn it. I got to get this shit together a little bit. So this dude went to Dave and Buster's, and you know how Dave and Buster's, when you got tickets, you could win different prizes, right? And then some of the prizes be like outrageous. It's like you got to get 1 million tickets to get a big prize. This dude saved up 160,000 tickets and got a PS5. He saved up 160,000 tickets to get a PS5. This is a grown-ass man. 160,000 tickets is not a flex, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I did the math on this. I did my research. So I'm like, no, this has to be stupid. There's no way. First of all, I'm pretty sure he spent way more than what a PS5 is worth to do that. You know what I mean? Like Dave and Buster's, you're not really losing anything. Like you're going to win tickets regardless of how good you do at a game. So I did some math to save you out of time. So at Dave and Buster's, and if my math is wrong, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. At Dave and Buster's, you can buy 1,000 tickets for $9. So let's do some math here. If you take 160,000 tickets and divide that by 1,000, that's 16,000, right? So in order to get to that number, if you buy the tickets, you're spending $1,440. So if he just bought all the tickets and got the PS5, the nigga spent $1,400. A PS5 is $500, bro. This nigga literally could have went and bought 3 PS5s, damn near. And he out here flexing with this is a grown-ass man, son. Unless he was just waiting outside and robbing people for Dave and Buster's tickets. But saving up 160,000 tickets is not a flex for a grown man, bro. This is something a poor family does over the course of like 2 years because they can never get afford it. And every now and then they go to Dave and Buster's with the kids. Or something where you and your boys make a bet. But this is not something a grown-ass man does, bro. There got to be more to it than this, man. This was nasty work, not a flex. Also, this is not a flex. And I got into it with a bunch of y'all on TikTok, and I'm on Instagram. And I want to tell you all respectfully, y'all can eat a dick. All of y'all can eat a dick because Jay really on my body about this. This comment is now sitting at, let me see how many. All right, so I got, on this comment, I got almost 1,000 likes on my comment. So this is the article. The article states that, where is it? And listen, for the people who's watching outside of America, if you are outside of America, or you're a fan of FIFA, don't take no offense to what I'm saying because I'm speaking on a specific group, and what y'all like to do is give me details that don't fucking matter, right? So the article says this. Looks like Drake will be hosting the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Good for Drake. And then they go, World Cup viewership 5 billion, Super Bowl viewership 123.7 million. And my comment said this. Since when Americans gave a fuck about soccer? This is not a flex. What they're trying to say is Drake one-upped Kendrick because he got to host the FIFA World Cup and Kendrick is doing a Super Bowl halftime show. Let me explain something to y'all. Y'all don't need to tell me that soccer is a bigger sport than American football. I know that. Soccer is the most popular sport on the planet. But Americans, we don't give a fuck about soccer. We don't care about it so much that we actually call American football football. And we call soccer, we call what y'all call football, we call it soccer. We don't give a fuck about that shit. The people who care about soccer over here in America are the people who came from another country. We don't care about it at all. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's picking up steam now, but cool. He's getting to host that. And the reason why he's getting to host it has nothing to do with Kendrick. It's because it's in Toronto. He's the biggest artist from Canada. Of course he's going to host it. And also, this is my point, guys. This is my ultimate point. First of all, let me play what they had to say here. Because some dude interviewed Drake. Let me see what they had to say.
Obviously, there's passion in many things, but the passion in the World Cup, I think, is unmatched.
Yeah, millions
yes.
of fans coming from all over the world. And I'm sure they will be welcomed like nowhere else.
I mean,
especially in Canada.
Not to make this a Canadian promo. Please feel free to visit Canada. We are the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. But yeah, of course, welcome with open arms. And just to have all these people who are there with passion, with competitive spirit, but for a great game, for a great cause. I think that it's just going to fill the streets with so much energy. We'll be ready for you in Canada.
We are 26.
Okay. Salute to Drake. I think that's a huge accomplishment, and I'm happy that he got that for him. But let's be clear here. Drake's a rapper. I don't know if it seems as if he has been dethroned as the top rapper in the game right now. He's been annihilated on a lyrical level, a battle level by Kendrick, and I have not seen him recover. I've seen him drop a couple of things. All that shit was duds. The biggest flex right now, and probably for any artist, musician, anybody, is performing at the Super Bowl. That's goals. That's goals. That performing at the Super Bowl as an artist is right up there with getting a Grammy. It's up there with that. It's huge. That shit means something. That's why Lil Wayne is crying about it, why he didn't get the spot. He's on a, legendary crime. And also, I think Jay-Z did a good job with picking Kendrick over Lil Wayne, and not because Lil Wayne is I just think Lil Wayne is a legend. Nobody's going to take that away from him. But I don't think he's a good representation as it stands at this moment in his life for what black people look like. Respectfully. He forgets his lyrics. He clearly on some type of drugs. Like, that's not a good look. More white people watch the Super Bowl than black people. So we need to look good. You know what I mean? That's why I said this is not a flex. Drake, stop. You know what I mean? From an artist standpoint, he's not one-upping him. Why the fuck would they have Kendrick Lamar? He ain't have a shot to host FIFA anyway. And I'm pretty sure if FIFA came over here to America, it wouldn't be a rapper. Who else Toronto got aside from Drake? That's good for Drake, but stop doing the comparisons trying to make him came out the victor on something. He lost the fucking battle, and Kendrick is performing at the Super Bowl. There's nothing bigger than the Super Bowl on a musical level. That's the biggest thing in America. There's nothing bigger than that. So he didn't one-up him. Nobody gives a fuck. Americans be like, oh, so what? Especially rap fans. Nobody care. And all of these people arguing with me in the comment section because they trying to explain to me that soccer is bigger than football. Y'all not telling me nothing I don't know. I'm not stupid. I know that soccer is the biggest sport on the planet. I know there's way more people in the world that watches soccer than American football. But Americans don't give a fuck about soccer. That shit is trash. That shit trash. We don't care about that shit. Niggas running around all day for 45 minutes, 2 hours, and scoring twice. That shit boring. The most fun thing about soccer to me is the energy of the fans. If I went to a soccer match, that's where I would go, to be in the stands popping off with the different countries. I don't give a fuck about what's going on down there on the field. That shit is a corny-ass sport. Nigga just running back and forth to score once. That shit trash, nigga. Football. American football, that's a real man sport. Fuck soccer, that shit garbage. Respectfully. So everybody in the comments who trying to come at me and explain to me, 262 comments. Everybody trying to tell me, I don't give a fuck. That shit whack. Shout out to the 886 people who agree with me. Y'all the real heroes, because y'all knew what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's not a flex, and I stand on that. Anyways. I've had this conversation on stage, at shows, and I know because I'm a comedian, it sounds joking, but one of the biggest turnoffs a woman can do, purposely, is fart in front of me. like, I mean, I'm not gonna break up with you, obviously, but I am. If you fought, like even playing, like like man, that's some masculine shit. But farting on me, you definitely you ain't gonna get ate out for a long time. Yeah, that's a no for me. Like, I'm not into all that. I don't care what it smell like. So they just dropped something that actually helps that, and I also don't understand like how this product actually works. So they actually have a product. It's a pill you can buy. And I wonder if this is for everybody. So this is what the headline says. That you can buy pills to make your farts smell like roses and chocolate. So let's read this. Let me blow up this thing so I can see it. Okay. A new pill on the market promises to change your flatulence for the better. According to the product's creators, these pills can transform the smell of your farts into pleasant fragrances like roses and chocolate. The pills work by neutralizing the sulfur compounds in the digestive system that typically cause the unpleasant odors. This quirky invention could revolutionize the way we think about digestion and the natural processes of our bodies. It's a fun way to tackle a common issue and bring a bit of humor to everyday life. Imagine a world where you can enjoy a meal and not worried about the consequences afterwards. Excuse me. I don't know how that will work though, because, well, it does. All right, so they did break it down. It said the pills work by neutralizing the sulfur compounds in the digestive system and typically cause unpleasant odors. I'm gonna look into this. I'll get this for me. Because my boy asked me, Jason, shout out to my boy, he asked me, like, yo, if your girl farts smelt like roses and chocolate, would you be cool with her farting in front of you? I'm like, no, nigga. It's not the smell of it. Because I don't stick around. Who sticks around and waits for the smell? I'm out. The minute if you it's sometimes a woman does it, and it's funny, like, if she farts by accident, like she's laughing and the fart come out and she's a little embarrassed about it, or, you hear her in there after y'all get it popping and, a little queefing or, a little air trapped and she pushing something out, you hear a little noise in the bathroom, but I feel like a woman should always be a little embarrassed about it. But a woman who play too much and sit on you and fart, nah, shorty. It's damn near grounds for dismissal. It's absolutely disgusting to me. But these pills, I might fuck with them. I'm going to check these out. So salute to that. Salute to that. They have I saw this today, and it's really bothered me as a bald man. Yes, for those who don't know, I am bald under this hat. And I've been bald for quite some time now, and I'm not ashamed of it. People be like, oh, you wear hats. Let me tell y'all something. For the dudes out there, and it's always a guy. It's never a woman. Let me tell y'all something. Bald-headed black men with full beards has always been a cheat code. Always. Women have always been attracted to that. Always. I'm not ashamed of my bald head. I love being bald. It doesn't bother me. I wear hats because it's a part of my fashion, and I'm a New York dude. We all wear hats all the time. It's just a part of my uniform. But I'm not wearing a hat to cover up my bald head. If you go look on my Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, I have plenty of videos without a hat on when I'm just in the house relaxing. Right now I'm dressed. I'm doing my show. So if you see me, most of the time I'm in a performative space. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in the crib with a hat on. If I'm sitting down, I see a video and I want to make a funny video, I might put a hat on. And then also people know I have an extensive hat collection. But yeah, the only people who's embarrassed about being bald are white guys. Now, there are some black dudes who try to hold on for dear life, and now they got the man units, which is disgusting work. Any grown man who do that. I'm not against the dudes who go to Turkey and get the real transplant. Like, that costs a little bit of bread, and then if you can save your hair, I don't think I would do it, because I've been, like I said, I've been bald since 2004. 20 years now. I don't even remember. I mean, of course, there's plenty of pictures out there with me with hair when I had dreads. Like, I just think now I've been bald so long, I actually would look really funny. So I don't know about getting, going to Turkey to get my hair done. I mean, to get the hair transplant. But I say all that to say this. They put, I wish they had the other 10 guys. This offended me as a bald guy. I'm not famous yet. Oh, so they do got the whole list. All right, here's the whole list. They put us a list up of the 10 sexiest bald men. Now, I don't give a fuck about who's sexy and who not. I don't give a fuck about all that. Pause. With all due respect. But one name on here really bothered me. I'm going to read the names on here. Listen, I would never say a dude is, oh, that nigga fine. I would never say that. But if you ask me how one of my dudes look and I was hooking him up with a girl or something, I'd be like, yeah, my dude is a handsome dude. I don't got no problem saying it. But you'll never be like, oh, yeah, he's fine. Like I'm sexually attracted to a man. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? But I don't have a problem judging a man. I don't know why niggas be like, oh, that I call my son cute. I call my son handsome. Like, there's nothing wrong with saying how a guy look. There's something wrong with saying some sexual shit about a man. But the one thing I don't have a problem doing is saying the nigga's ugly, bro. It's a lot of ugly niggas on this list. And I'm not, it's just one name on, it's a lot of ugly niggas on this list. But they got one on here that really bothered me. I'm going to read the list of the names. At the number 1 spot, they got Prince William. 2, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. 3, Big Bro Shaq. 4, Kelly Slater. I don't know who that is. Terry Crews. And it's the one that bothered me. At the number 6 spot, they got Danny DeVito on here, yo. Danny DeVito. First of all, he a midget. I'm like, y'all got to break the rules sometimes. And at least put me, listen. Being bald and balding are two different things. Danny DeVito is balding. So is Prince William. He don't rock the full baldy. Stop calling niggas bald because they ain't got no hair on the top and they still trying to save their hair. They're balding. Bald man cut all that shit off and just rock it. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see how my shit. I'll rock the baldy for the rest of the show, man. Fuck that. Oh, my bobblehead. I'm put my head look crazy. I don't like the way it look. Let me put my shit back on. But see, I got the round head. You know what I mean? My head is round. Good round chocolate head. You know what I mean? Ladies, y'all see me. Y'all see me. Stop playing. But yeah, it's a big difference between a man who's balding and a man who's bald. How you gonna put Danny DeVito? Danny DeVito has played trolls in movies with minimal makeup. Who the hell is Kelly Slater? They tried me with that. I'm like, damn, like, let me keep going. They got Samuel L. Jackson, Thierry Henry. I have no idea. Stanley Tucci, and then Vin Diesel at number 10. I don't know who most of these guys are. I bet you they all white, though. And I'll guarantee you these niggas ain't that. Watch, I bet you they're just balding men. They're not even bald. Let me see. Stop calling balding men bald. They're ashamed of their bald. They still trying to hold on for dear life. They trying to hold on. If you holding on to scraps, bro, you're not a bald man. You trying to save that shit. Okay, Theory. Oh, he's a soccer player. Yeah, he's balding. He's trying to save it. Thierry Henry. Who else? Who I didn't know what. Kelly Slater. Who is that? Let's see if he's comfortable rocking the baldy. You're gonna be bald. Be bald for real, bro. Kelly Slater. Okay, yeah, he's a bald guy. Okay, what does he do? I guess he's a surfer. Yeah, he's a surfer, I guess. Kelly Slater. And who's Stanley Tucci? I have no idea who that is. Stanley Tucci. Let's see who that is. Stanley Tucci. Oh, that's my homie. He plays on I think is he Alfred on yeah, what does he play on? What movie did I know him from? The Hunger Games. Yeah, he's on the Hunger Games. And he's on Kingsman. Yeah, that's my guy right there. That's my guy. That's my guy right here. Okay, so I know who that is. Yeah, he does rock the baldy. Yeah, but Danny DeVito don't rock a full baldy. Wasn't Danny DeVito just in Beetlejuice? Come on, son. Like 80 years old. Ain't nobody trying to give Danny DeVito no pussy. Take Danny DeVito and put me on there, man. That's cap. They got to chill out. Moving along. Look at that. The show moving smoothly. The boy talks so thoroughly and so entertaining that the show just flies by. All right. I gotta address this. Okay. This has nothing to do with Trump. This has everything to do with the women who are pissed off. So are you guys familiar with the 4B movement? It's these feminist chicks. After Trump's win, some women are considering the 4B movement. Let me explain to you guys what the 4B movement is. Let me see if they broke that down. Okay, so the 4B movement is shorthand for the four Korean words Behon, Bicholson, Biyane, and Biseksu. The 4B movement emerged in South Korea around 2015 or 2016 per Juhu Judy Han, an assistant professor in gender studies at the University of California, Los Angeles. Mostly popular among young women in their 20s, she described it as a fringe offshoot of Me Too and other feminist movements that arose in response to stark gender inequality in the country. In 2016, a woman was brutally killed near Seoul subway station. The perpetrator reportedly said he killed her because he felt ignored by women. The incident prompted a national reckoning around how women are treated in the country, expanded to include conversations around femicide, revenge porn, and digital sex crimes. A woman places a flower. Okay. Feminism and the gender divide has been a hot button issue in South Korea. Women in the country are paid about 1/3 less than men, according to the data from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the highest wage gap amongst OECD nations. And despite being one of the world's most advanced economies, women there are scarcely represented in senior and managerial roles. The 4B movement was decentralized and existed in various iterations online and offline, making it difficult to assess its true size and scale. Over the years, the movement has diminished and splintered over disagreements about the role of queer and trans women, according to Han. But she says 4B and other South Korean feminist movements drew attention to gender equality in the country and has emphasized collective actions. Okay. Now, it's kind of a French feminist thing. You'll know what you'll never see? You'll never see groups of attractive women forming and saying, we're going to be a part of a group and join 4B. Most of these chicks, they get together and they all just shave their fucking hair off, right? And most of them are lesbians and or some kind of, I guess, female incels. And what they do is, in this particular group, they cut their hair to make themselves unattractive and unappealing to men, so men won't attempt to marry them. That's what they do in the Korean version. So American women are saying they're going to join this group. Respectfully, let me explain something to y'all. Let me hit my vape real quick. Because I'm going to break something down to women that that's a psychological thing that a lot of people don't notice. When men are called incels, right? Incel is short for involuntarily celibate. If you don't know what that means, it means you want to have sex with women. They just don't want to have sex with you. Men who are called incels accepts that. They accept it, and they just deal with it. They get it how they could get it, and they're quite comfortable with being called an incel. They don't need to be called a group. They don't need to lash out at women. Well, they do lash out at women some, but they let you know what they're doing. They know they're not wanted by women, and they accept what they are. They blame women in some cases, but at least they know who they are. But what these, I'm gonna hit this too. But at least what these women do is, other than accepting that they're ugly, their weight doesn't align with what men desire, their attitudes don't align with what men desire, they form groups amongst themselves and blame men for their own unattractiveness. That's why I said you'll never see groups of attractive women doing this. It's always undesirable women. They're either gay, lesbian, or unattractive. Period. Or trans. They're never something that men want. So you don't gotta cut your hair off, shorty. We don't want you anyway. You know what I mean? You're just trying to make yourself more appealing to the group that you're supporting. We don't give a fuck. The only reason I'm talking about this is because it's on the podcast. When I get off the podcast and I stop talking about this, I'm gonna go to bed and sleep very well, not giving a shit about you or your movement. And nobody's gonna care about it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let them know what they are. I'm not trying to shit on you. Yeah, I'm trying to shit on your group because it's corny. I get sick of that shit. They all join up on TikTok and they think because there's a lot of them that they're right. I always say what TikTok is. TikTok is one big uncool table in the cafeteria at the lunchroom. Y'all remember that? Like the cool table. I was at the cool table. I was very popular in high school. Being popular is a lot of work. You got to dress a certain way. You got to be a certain way. You got to kind of keep up with the Joneses. I mean, I am me and my personality. I don't give a fuck what people think anymore. But I've become accustomed to being who I am, right? Sometimes the cool table consisted of bullies. It wasn't really cool. People were just scared of them. You feel what I'm saying? But the cool table was very small. And then you had the nerds. The nerds were very comfortable with who they were. They was fun. Nobody bothered them. They were just smart kids who enjoyed books and shit, and they hung out together. You had probably a couple of gay kids. What else did you have? Athletes kind of was with the cool side, but the athletes kind of stuck with their group. You had kind of, maybe if you went to a school, white kids, you had the goth kids, like they were cool in their own right though. You had the music kids, you had different groups of kids, but then you had the weirdos. That they wasn't even nerds. They probably weren't even smart. They just was goofy and awkward. It probably was a chick with long arms, big stomach, flat titties, just weird. Nobody even paid him no mind. They didn't even notice him. You had that group. And that was the majority of the kids at school. So TikTok came about, and TikTok is a creator-based platform. Now, as a person who is on social media and I guess I'm an influencer to some certain extent. I got well over 250,000 followers over there, and I do, make substantial amount of money. I hate TikTok. I hate it. Because it's creator-based, creators got a lot of power over there, and anybody can be a somebody over there, which is cool for the uncool people. But because there's so many uncool people, all them kids from the lunch table, they all came and flooded TikTok. That's why you get to say whatever you want and say much dumb shit, no matter how ugly you are. Nobody can call you ugly. You can't really, that's why they stay on TikTok. If you notice, most people who make TikTok videos on TikTok and be talking shit, they don't come to Instagram and Facebook with that bullshit. You know what I mean? It's a little more real over there. You can live in your own head on TikTok and be who you want to be, right? But sometimes, every now and then, I come over there and I say some real shit. And they start attacking me. And I really let them women know. I went at it with like 100,000 women, like they was really mad at me. Because an article came out and it said that single women own more houses than single men. And they said they're happier being single nowadays. And I said, good for them. Men have been doing it for generations. You don't hear about women bachelorette pad. No, it's bachelor pad. Bachelor pad. Being single has always been the shit for men. But they always got to compare it. Why can't you just say more women are single and happy nowadays and they're homeowners? Why you got to say they're happier than men? That's bullshit. That's not true. Women are not happier than men. That's never going to happen. by nature, it's not going to happen. Women can never be happier than men. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know what men need to be happy? This right here. Watching the game. You don't got to do shit. Men can sit in silence and be happy to the motherfucker. Women can't do that. And that's fine. That's just the difference between our genders. That's who we are genetically. That's how we're built. It's not an insult to women. It just is what it is. But when you try to do the comparison, you're putting us in direct competition with each other. And then a man comes and says, that's cap. That's bullshit. All these women started attacking me, talking about I'm hating on women. I said, no, you guys are actually hating on men. You guys are creating a competition for no reason. It doesn't need to exist. Just go be happy single. Why you got to say, yeah, I'm happy single, and I'm not only that, I'm happier than you. You don't got to do that. That's unnecessary because I'm going to check you. So all of them came. Of course, all of and I didn't even have to click on their profiles. I did a whole compilation of it. I looked at them all and said, I guarantee you she looks the way she looks like this. And sure enough, all undesirable. Pages full of single women, maybe with some kids, but no man in sight. And other than saying, I'm undesirable, I have a bad attitude, I'm unattractive, they blame men for their own shortcomings. And because there's so many of them, they feel like they're right. No, you're just over here in a fringe group. I remember back in New York when I joined this. In New York, they had something called a circuit. If you're in New York, you know what I'm talking about. So I was in the truck club. Shout out to Roy Family SUV Club. In the circuit, most of the women were they were overweight, and they're very popular. But the circuit only consisted of people in SUV clubs, car clubs, motorcycle clubs. And that's the only people we hung out with every week. But in that group, because most of the women are fat, the fat women are going to be popular. And the guys are going to be wanting to fuck them. And just like if you worked at any job, you can't matrix how attractive that woman is there until you see her in the real world. I worked at jobs and I used to think certain chicks was bad, but then I saw them out at the club. And I'm like, damn, she regular as hell. Because who are you comparing her to? You're just comparing her to who's there. So all you chicks on TikTok who think your words hold weight, how about you rip that video off of TikTok and put that shit on Instagram Reels and watch what happened to you. Watch how people tell you who you are real quick. But they ain't going to do that. They're going to stay over there in their world. You see? Y'all get what I'm saying. And I got to articulate things a certain way. That's why I like having this show, because I can further extend on my theories instead of just doing a minute video. You know? Yeah, know what I'm saying. So listen, y'all. I promise you guys this, and I'm going to do it every week. I'm going to try my best to do this every single week on the show. It did very well last week. So if you guys follow me on Instagram at Will Milz, or if you follow me on Facebook at Will Miller, or if you follow me on TikTok at King Dirtbag 718, you would know that I am the god of the top 5 video. The thing with my top 5s is it's always negative because there's no positive, there's no funny and positive. The top 5 cartoons of all time. It's just like people are in agreement. But I can't find a joke when I'm praising something. It's only a joke when you're shitting on something. You know what I'm saying? So I always lean into the negative. And also, if I ever want to get into, at this point, I've done well over 250 lists. My list, my list game is deep. So if I ever want to get into the positives, I can go back through all of those lists and just do them all over, but do the top 5 instead of top 5 trash. So I inadvertently have about 500 lists, low key. I just haven't done positive shit yet. But we're gonna bring it over here to the show. And the last week I did top 5 trash. What did I do last week, guys? Come on, what did I do? I did top 5 trash. Shit, what did I do? Man, what did I do, guys? I forgot what I did. Top 5 trash. Oh, top 5 social media personalities that I would love to fight in a celebrity boxing match. That's pretty funny. Here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do the top 5 track. So let's go. Time for top 5 live, guys. And today we're doing the top 5 trash rapper voices. Now, feel free to chime in on whatever rapper you think has an annoying voice who should have ended up on this list. I had 20 on here. And listen, this is not the shit on the rappers, because a lot of these rappers I like. And I narrowed it down to the 5 who annoy me the most. Some of them I struggle with. I'm like, damn, maybe I shouldn't put them on this list. But I went through their catalogs and I'm like, oh yeah, that voice. It's like nails on the chalkboard. I'm going to tell you the people who narrowly missed this list. Eminem narrowly missed this list. Freeway narrowly missed this list. And Nicki Minaj, I was fighting with her and the person at the 5 spot. Because Nicki Minaj, her voice is like nails on a fucking chalkboard. Oh yeah, and Big Sean, his shit is super annoying too. But here's, without further ado, here's my top 5 most annoying rapper voices of all time. Let's get it. Oh, come on now, Will. Come on now, look at this. We're messing up. All right, here we go, right here. At the number 5 spot, guys. Oh, man. This collective is actually my favorite rappers to listen to right now. They're doing their thing. They're killing it. But this guy, without his compadres and his family, there's no way I'll be able to. This nigga sound like Ghostface Killer sucked the helium out of a balloon. Pause. At the number 5 spot, y'all, we got Westside Gunn. If you're unfamiliar with him, here's a snippet of his voice. This man's voice. I can't take it, but fuck. One of my favorite rappers, though. But this voice, Jesus Christ. Here we go.
Hey, yo, I miss the days when Briggs was only 19. I need 100 right now. Get the pot, let me do my thing.
Oh my God. Love Westside Gunn's. One of my favorite rappers. I ain't gonna hold you. But his voice, trash. Love Westside Gunn. His art, the way he dressed, he flies hell. Griselda, he them brains behind it. But that voice, come on, son. Number 5 spot, Westside Gunn. Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's keep it going. At the number 4 spot, this dude is a legend too. Legend. But my man voice sound like he got a clothespin on his fucking nose. He sound like he had a cold all his life. And I was fighting between him and Eminem. Eminem was gonna get his spot. But Eminem might have got his voice from him. Number 4 spot is none other than Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Trying to get crazy with it.
Jesus Christ, this voice.
Loco?
This voice. This voice. This voice. Oh my God. I remember this song. If you know the words, sing along. But this is one of the most annoying voices I've ever heard in my life. Number 4 spot, Be Real, let's go.
The one on the flamboyant temper, just toss that ham in the frying pan like spam. Get done when I come and slam. Damn, I feel like the son of Sam. Don't make me wreck. Next to the check, got me going like General Electric. The lights out, I'm thinking all over when I go out drinking. Oh, making my mind slow.
Yeah.
That's why I
Number 4 spot. Fire song. But we don't talk about the voices. We not talking about lyrical abilities. We not talking about impact on the culture. We talking about these annoying. Oh, damn it. That's the second time I dropped that. For those who don't see it, it's a bobblehead does. Oh, shit. Did I break it? Oh, yeah. It's me. It's bobblehead dirtbag. I keep dropping it. My bad. Got to make sure my boy's right there. It's me. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, Be Real, number 4 spot, most annoying voices. Now, at the number 3 spot, this is very personal to me. A lot of people is not even going to know who this guy is. In the 90s, Busta Rhymes had the Flip Mode Squad. In the Flip Mode Squad, he had a lot of rappers on there, a lot of unknowns. But he had one song on When Disaster Strikes, and he had a rapper that he features on it. The name of the song was Get Off My Block. It's one of my most favorite Busta Rhymes songs of all time. This guy on here, first of all, his name is insane. The nigga name is Lord Have Mercy. I use that term a lot, and it ain't because of him. But his actual name, rap name, is Lord Have Mercy. His name is garbage, but his voice sound like if God spoke. He got like that Kevin Gates type of voice. But his voice, oh my God. Number 3 spot. Also, it's another rapper I was going to put on here, but he passed away. Rest in peace, Magoo. Rest in peace. He just died recently. But Magoo's voice, Lord have mercy. Magoo sounded like Q-Tip if Q-Tip inhaled some helium. But number 3 spot, Lord have mercy for the Flip Mode Squad. Y'all got to hear this shit. Let's go right to his verse. But listen to Busta's lyrics on this. This is one of my favorite Busta Rhymes songs of all time. This on the When Disaster Strikes album. And it's him. Listen to the Busta verse real quick. Hey, yo, we ain't familiar at all, nigga. Let's ball it all, nigga. Straight fooling. We used to chill up on park benches. My 20 block radius think we need some Bob reference. Stop bitch niggas like you from easily trespassing. Nigga not shine in your eye and you see fire blasting. Get off my premises. Back to John to show you niggas just who the winner is. The presence of a small time, a diminishing, blemishing. I'ma play your ass out like a game of my little Sega Genesis. This is inappropriate. Fuck is we talking for? We ain't even associates. Ass lyrical beatings. Such you good treating. Now what you eating? I ain't got no words for you. Fuck speaking. All right, enough of that. My bad, y'all. Anyway, let's get to that shit. I love that song. Let's get into Lord Have Mercy. This nigga's voice. Without further ado, the number 3 spot, Lord Have Mercy for the Flip Mode Squad.
Get off my block. Yo, who these unfamiliar?
Now who the fuck you be? Here we go.
Now who the fuck you be? Landlord, cradle of stainless hospitals, the vigilante trigger stampedes. On the bulletproof hooded cruise, the latest figure that can't breathe. Move you off the block, the unorthodox general. Flash flood with a crowd. Control Jake 50 intrepid style and wreck more kids than pedophiles.
Whoa. That bar was crazy. I just peeped what he said. And it never registered me to just now. He said some wild shit just now. Hold on, Lord have mercy. What the fuck did you just say, bro?
On the bulletproof hooded cruise, the latest figure that can't breathe. Move you off the block, the unorthodox general. Flash flood with a crowd. Patrol Jake 50 intrepid style and wreck more kids than pedophiles, nigga.
That nigga said and wreck more kids than pedophiles, nigga. Nah, Lord have mercy. That bar was crazy. That was a crazy bar, son. That was wild, bro. Yeah, but Lord have mercy, number 3 spot. That voice is crazy. Super trash. Yeah, Lord have mercy. Now we getting down to the bread, meat, and potatoes because it's about to get wild. All right, number 2 spot. I was going to put him at the number 1 spot, but I already messed with him on All Jokes Aside, and I actually gave him the worst rap. On the All Jokes Aside podcast, I picked the top 5 worst rap verses of all time, and I actually put him at the number 1 spot. So to give him the number 1 spot as and I'm gonna give this man his flowers too while we're here, because I've been meaning to do this on the show. So, to give him the number 1 spot worst rap verse of all time, and worst rap verse and voice of all time is crazy work. I got a big influence. He actually did respond. He called me Mr. T, tried to insult me. Okay, that's fine. I dressed up as Mr. T for Halloween. I know I look and resemble Mr. T. It's not a fucking secret, nigga. I've accepted it, okay? So that's not an insult to me. But you, my boy, had been voted the number 2 spot worst rap voice of all time. And I'm gonna give him his flowers after this, but let's give him this smoke first. If anybody know who Big Daddy Kane was, legendary rapper, he had 2 dancers behind him, Scoop and Scrap Lover. Scoop decided to be a rapper. I don't know if he had any other songs in this, but this was enough. This is the absolute. He's running close to number 1. But let's stick with number 2. Number 2 worst rap voice of all time, Scoop. Y'all gotta hear this shit if you haven't heard it before. Here we go.
Hey, laugh now, nigga. My man's right behind you. Kane pulled the trigger.
Lord have mercy.
I'm from the hill where shit is real.
And I be on your ass like bugs on a windshield.
You still can't get no calls. You could end it with school if we
You were playing cards.
But if I got beef, then it's time for cold red.
My gun is like a hoe. I be taking mad niggas to bed.
So hurry up
And skedaddle.
Even if you join the army,
You still couldn't battle.
So where you from?
England, you're somebody great. You better do anything so much. To get trash. So yeah, Scoop the number 2 spot. Worst verse of all time, in my personal opinion, and second worst voice of all time. Now, let's give that man his bail. I said this before. There's a lot of important people in Black history. Important people. One thing that have Black men looking much younger these days is the invention of the shape-up. That's what saved a lot of Black men. Because if you go back in the 60s, and the 70s, and the 50s, and looked at niggas who was like 25, they was looking crazy. We didn't evolve that much as human beings. So I'm like, why are Black men looking so wild? And it had a lot to do with our hair. So, in the 80s, in New York City, a lot of the flat top hairstyles came out. Eric B., Will Smith, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane especially was rocking the flat top. And the barbers started to line up their clients. Scoob not only was Big Daddy Kane backup dancer, he also was his barber. And anytime you look up the history of the shape-up, his picture pops up. So even if he didn't invent it, he's one of the pioneers of the shape-up. So even though I'm giving him this, worst verse and worst voice of all time, well, second worst voice, number 1 worst voice, number 1 worst verse, number 2 worst voice. This man has saved generations of Black men. Black men he shaved 20 years off of every Black man on planet Earth. And he's partly responsible for that. Because anytime I look up the invention of the shape-up, it's a picture of him cutting Big Daddy's hair. Big Daddy Kane's hair. So salute to you, Scoop. You are more important than you know, my brother. Salute to you. Or should I say Johnny Famous? Because that's what you call yourself nowadays. So, everything can be great, but that right there, that's a flex. The inventor of the shape-up? Come on, y'all. Bet y'all didn't know that. Y'all never even questioned it. Where did it start? Martin Luther King and them niggas was out here looking crazy. You know what I mean? Niggas just brushing their shit backwards. No yape up. All right. Anyways, we finally reached the number 1 spot. Let me tell y'all something about this rapper right here. This guy is a legend. He's a legend. I respect his contributions to hip-hop. I respect his contributions to lingo. I respect him as a man. But I just never was able to get with his music. And it's because of his voice. This nigga to me sound like he raps backwards. Like he's rapping with the music spinning backwards. Maybe it's a West Coast thing. Because I don't know West Coast niggas to sound like this. But he's from Northern Cali. If you haven't figured it out yet, I'm talking about E40, the #1 spot, worst rap voice of all time. Respectfully, E40, let's get it.
I spit metaphors. I spit LRPs on these dark, murky, bloody streets of the left. Where I get my cheese, never mind the trauma plate. You would want to be wearing a helmet. I'm not diving back in the coca plant game, Mr. Johnny Law. I'm celibate, rebellion, slightly thrown off. Been hella smart, got the mouthpiece of a pimp and a perm like Reverend Sharp. Now tell me if I'm wrong. But trying to open up my own barbershop and getting a small business loan. Gotta lay it down for a minute.
He's spitting. I gotta give credit when credit is due. But that voice, I could never fuck with it. Never. E40, #1 rap voice of all time. I don't care what nobody got to say. This is my list. That's how I feel. If you feel differently, leave it in the comments. Leave it in the blood clot comments. But yeah, man, that's the top 5 worst rap verses. Just to recap, #5 spot, we got West Side Gun. #4 spot, Be Real of Cypress Hill. #3 spot, we got Lord Have Mercy, the Flipmode Squad. #2 spot, Scoob of Big Daddy Kane's Backup Dancer and the inventor of the Shape Up. All right, so you got some history news for me today, so y'all can thank me for that. And at the #1 spot, E40 Fonzarelli, the legend, Bayside. Shout out to Oakland, California. But yeah, E40, that voice, sprinkle me. Nah. Not for me. Not for me. But on that note, we're going to wrap up the show. This is episode 2. It's in the books. Guys, let me know, if you think, if I could expound upon some things, what some of the things you like to see on the show. I do have upcoming some celebrity guests coming on pretty soon. So help me grow Nasty Work to be one of the biggest solo podcast shows on the planet. I've been doing this podcasting thing for a while. And be sure to check out my flagship show. There's no reason for this show to be doing better than that show. Okay? It should be kind of neck and neck. All Jokes Aside has been around for 5 years. I know I've been playing with it. I've switched cast members. I've done it solo. I've had so many different co-hosts and just been trying to get myself together. But I do have All Jokes Aside TV and Media Studios located in Florida. And things are going great here. All right? But without further ado, guys, I will see you next week, same time, same place. Nasty Work Show, episode 2 in the books. All right? Nasty Work. Yeah. Sing and dance. Come on, son. #1 spot. See y'all next week.